Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hi, guys. Welcome to our Classtime live stream. I'm Brooke, and I'm here with Maria. Hey, Maria.
Hello.
So today we have a very special live stream. We are going to be attending the Spring Q conference next week in Palm Springs, and we are so excited to attend the sessions and connect with some educators in person. And today we have a very special guest. She's actually going to be a speaker at the Q conference, and her session is going to be all about gamification and SEL and EdTech. And so she's going to be giving us a little preview of what she's going to be discussing in her lesson in our live stream today. So let's go ahead and welcome Educator Lisa Moe.
Hello.
Hi. So excited to be here. Hi.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. This is so exciting. So thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, sorry.
No worries. Go ahead, Maria.
Yeah, let's start the questions. I'm sorry, my internet is a little lagging here, but okay, now we're good. So Lisa, I would like to first start, if you can, share with us, starting off by sharing with everyone why you decided to become an educator.
Okay, so this is always just like a very, an important question to me. I think anybody that is an educator in education has something in their life that kind of brought them to this moment. And for me, it was my 5th grade teacher. He knows it. I tell him all the time. I'm fortunate to keep in contact with him, but his name is Randy Richmond. He's my 5th grade teacher. And he was just the first teacher that kind of taught me that idea of you give respect, you get respect, and you believe in yourself and you work for the things that you want in life. And he was very, very supportive, and he continues to be supportive. And for me, out of all the things that I wanted to be, or I thought I wanted to be growing up, it came down to, I want to be like him. I want to make an impact and a difference like he did for me in my life for a child. And so that's really what has led me here. On top of, I always have to give my kudos to him, and being an amazing teacher is equally as I had the not so amazing teachers in my life too, that kind of put those educational labels on me, or the negative ones, like, you're not good at this, you're not good at that. And for that, I also say thank you to them, because they also taught me the type of teacher I never want to be. So that's really what has brought me here today.
Wow,
Amazing.
great answer.
Thank you so much for sharing. Can you now give us a little overview about what you're going to be discussing at Q and how your session is going to be structured?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so excitement here for sure. We're talking all things, as you mentioned, gamification, social emotional learning. We're talking about engagement and edutainment. I love watching TV. I really do. I love movies. I love TV. And I love bringing that into my classroom. So we're talking really about finding the things that you're passionate about and connecting to your students to really bring and amplify that energy within your classroom. So the way it's going to be structured, it is going to be a very interactive session. I like to run it like a game show. So you will notice, based off of my attire that day, the way I present myself, and the way that I'm going to be addressing attendees, this is a game show. You will see a large Jeopardy style choice board, and the attendees are going to be able to choose what they want to learn about from me. So I have everything from, like I said, my different ways of presenting social emotional learning within my classroom, to the different games that I play in my classroom, to students as leaders. There's 6 categories, and there's 6 different activities per category. This is a filled board. We are not going to get through everything, but that's the prize at the end. You get to take it home with you and learn lifetime of support from me. So anything, it's going to be a blast. And I have candy as prizes, so come on.
Wow, that sounds like a blast. Okay, that's amazing. Sounds so good. And you just you hinted it a little bit about SEL, but we know that you try to incorporate SEL into your classroom in many ways. Why do you place so much importance on this, and how do you help your students develop those skills?
So again, just drawing back to the teacher I needed at their age and kind of putting myself in their shoes and thinking of who I needed and the things that I understood at that age that maybe I wasn't given credit for.
Hmm.
I often explain I teach fourth grade. When I was in fourth grade, 9/11 occurred. And
Mm.
I was very much more aware than I was given credit for. And I had a teacher that kind of shushed us on our questions and shushed us on our just our anxieties and things that we needed to know and things of course that we didn't need to know. But in the last 2 years, our students have really faced real things happening in their lives and we can't just hide away from it. So we have to give them those tools and those skills because they're not going to learn if they don't feel safe and they're not going to learn if they don't feel comfortable to talk to you and ask those questions. And of course, I will always be appropriate with them, and how I address things with them and their questions. But to me, it's all about that whole child. And by teaching them straight out the gates, we have two class mottos in my classroom. One is yes, you can. I say, yes, you can. Yes, I can. And together it's yes, we can. We're going to work together in here. And my other class
Mhm.
motto is to be kind. So by teaching that right out the very first day, they will hear it. They know it. The more we say that every day and we create that positive growth mindset, the more they're not only going to believe in themselves, but they're going to encourage and believe in each other. And that's really what we all need in our world right now.
That is
Wow.
so true. Wow. So one more question I have for you. How do you use you mentioned it a little, but maybe you can give us some examples of how you use gamification and reality TV concepts to engage your students?
Definitely. So, some of the things that you will learn at my session, as I said, I watch TV. I have a little history of my own personal life of TV experiences. Sorry, you could hear my dogs in the background. Um, but one of the things that I love to bring to my classroom is bad reality shows that I bring into my classroom to make fun learning experiences. So, one of my most popular is watching The Masked Singer, which is silly and insane, and bringing that idea to my classroom as the masked reader. So, one of the things that I have my students do for my shy students that maybe don't want to use Flipgrid or when we were learning on Zoom, kept their camera off. This is kind of where that idea stemmed from. This is an opportunity for them to share about the book they're reading, share about something they're learning in our class, or whatever it is that I want to hear from them. But they don't have to show their face and they don't have to use their own voice and they could hide their name. And then it becomes a game and we're trying to figure out who it is behind the screen. And so it's not singling out one student, we're all participating. And through that, we're building that confidence in it. So that's just one little example of a game in my classroom that we do, and it keeps them learning and growing and right back into that social emotional learning too. So yes, you can.
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, that was so good. We have just one last question for you. So how do you use EdTech to empower your students?
Oh man. Okay. So I have to give a little shout out. I have my Master's of Science in Educational Technology from Cal State Fullerton's EdTech program. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it couldn't have come at a better time, especially as we've been in distance learning, blended learning.
Hmm.
I was ahead on schedule for that. So by using EdTech in my classroom, not only am I teaching them skills to get through fourth grade, that's not what I want from them. I'm giving them skills for life to go out there and make a positive impact in the world with them. So, whether it's learning how to make a proper Google slide or using something like Flipgrid or Classtime or something to amplify their voice and really engage in who they are and take ownership
Hmm.
and leadership in their learning. It's no longer just me lecturing to them. they are the leaders in my classroom. And I will say that when the pandemic occurred and our schools shut down March 13th, 2020, we're coming up on that 2-year, my students were the first to say, oh, it's okay, we've got this, we're EdTech geniuses. Their words, not mine. And they were the first ones that kind of took my be kind and yes, you can mindset and said, what if we made tutorials to teach other people how to access our, student email, how to get onto Google Classroom, what the difference is between, Google Meet and Zoom. And they were the ones to take that leadership. So by giving them those skills, they're going to use it for good. And that's what I want for them. To change the world.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa. That's all our questions for you today. But you guys, if you are attending Q, make sure to check out Lisa's session and also stop by our booth. Our booth is going to be booth 201, and we're going to be running a giveaway. We're giving away a $100 Amazon gift card, and we're also going to be demoing our collaborative challenges. So like Lisa, at Classtime, we're always looking for ways to really engage students, and collaborative challenges are a way that you can do that with Classtime. So if you guys want to try that out, we have a link in our description box that'll give you 4 months of premium for free. So you'll have access to all of collaborative challenges.
Yes. And just to wrap it up, our live stream today, we have here, let me just share my screen. Sometimes just takes a little minute. Okay. No. Oh, now you go. We have our social highlight of the week. So this week, we spotlighted Daisy on our Twitter. Daisy shared with us how the job of an educator has changed over the past few years. And it's very interesting to read. So please follow us. Make sure you're following us on Twitter. If you're not, go ahead and follow us. And by following us, you get the chance of being spotlight in the future on our Twitter as well. And I think, let's go back to us here. I think that's it, right, Brooke? Just
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us, Lisa. It was such a great conversation. If you're going to be attending Q, make sure to, of course, check out Lisa's session. It is going to be March 18th at 1:45 p.m. You won't want to miss that. And also follow her on Twitter. It will be linked in the description box as well.
Here you go.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's it. Thank you again, Lisa. It was lovely to have you.
And I will see you at Q. I'm excited.
We can't wait to meet you.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Guys, make sure to subscribe and turn on our post notifications as well. We have some more amazing guests like Elisa coming up, so you won't want to miss that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You.
Bye.